Remember, the 5th of November, the Gunpowder Treason and Plot. I know of no reason why the Gunpowder Treason should ever be forgot. Good evening, Halifax. Allow me first to apologize for this interruption. I too, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility of repetition. I enjoy them as much as any human being. In the spirit of commemoration, whereby those important events of the past, usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful bloody struggle, a celebration of a nice holiday, I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is, sadly, a day that is no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily life to sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak. I suspect even now, orders are being shouted into telephones and men with black suits will soon be on their way. Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and, for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there? November 5th is a very special day. In Halifax, we have seen great injustices. These include a taxi driver being allowed to continue operating a taxi after being caught with his pants down by the Halifax Regional Police, sexually assaulting a female passenger. Having yet to see justice for Clayton Miller, the Department of Community Services continuing to ignore the cries for help from the most vulnerable, the Halifax Police continuing to arrest sick patients over medical marijuana, the Children's Aid Society continues to steal kids from good loving homes, and place them into situations where they become vulnerable for abuse. The IWK Children's Hospital received millions of dollars in donations and still refused to help families who are dropped off at their door in an emergency situation and left stranded with no way home. Children have been refused treatment and then locked up while asking for help from the IC. Our children are the future, and we will fight for all children from Palestine to Pakistan to China to Africa to America to Canada. This year's Million Mask March is almost here. Anonymous is encouraging people to march against their governments. The Halifax faction of the Million Mask March will gather outside Province House in Halifax at 1 p.m. Head up Spring Garden Road and end the march at Victoria Park. We invite the young, old, black, white, rich, poor, of all religions to unite as one in Halifax this year for our Million Mask March. Unlike last year's media asking why there are two anonymous in Halifax, let them see we are a family or true unity. One anonymous, one idea, 1 Million Mask March. We have been divided too long in Nova Scotia. Nov 5th is the day to come out, be seen and heard as a true collective. There will be kids and the event will be peaceful and legal. There will be zero tolerance for any violence. No alcohol, no drugs. Rule 17 of Anonymous's Code of Conduct. Cover your face. This will prevent your identification from videos taken by hostiles. We are Halifax Anonymous. United as one. Divided by zero. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Expect us. With love and light. Halifax Anonymous.